Good evening, we're back again. Welcome to the Racing Pals race here at KYALAMI. The very famous South African track here, nestled away in a place I'll try and pronounce, Midrand, Gauteng, South Africa. Just north of Johannesburg, the capital of South Africa. This 4.5 kilometer, 2.8, 16 corner circuit here, nestled in the hills of South Africa, will play host for our GT cars to race around once more. There's going to be a few battles happening up and down the grid. The GT4 Championship is still very much alive. 3 points in it up the front. A grand total of 7 points in it between P1 and P3, and 10 points in it between P1 and P4 in the GT4 class. The silver class as well, very much alive between the top three. 44 points, 40 points, and 40 points for the top three in silver as well. Bronze is very close as well. 6 points separating the top three. 7 points bringing the top four in. Really, everyone could still be in with a chance of today's title. So let's find someone to jump on board with. I see an Aston Martin coming about. We'll have to grab into quali to get our lap in. I hope as well, if anyone in chat can hear my slight music I've got going on in my ears, please tell me, because we want these streams to stay up because YouTube goes copyright. Also, if my mic at some point explodes, please also tell me. We have 27 cars on grid at the minute. We are up at the end of the practice session. So for people who are new to the Racing Pals GT series, as I go through this all the time because I'm nice like that. There is two 15-minute qualifying sessions. The first qualifying session is for the GT4 cars. The second qualifying session is for the GT3 cars. This is multi-class racing, so GT4s are on circuit as well as GT3s. You can see actually the line of GT4s, the 3 cars, the Maserati and the 2 generators. And then the GT3s far up the grid and just the random Yang tank in the middle of them. So, here we go. Time for qualification. Let's see who's going out. We'll be on board then with Jacob Alacia, shall we, around the circuit. So we get the GT4, not standings. Yeah, GT4 standings, GT4 Tower. 10 GT4s on grid. Whitley, Mo, Alacia, Andrews, Texeria, Arnold, Schoblen, Bonga, Saunders, and Sforza. So we're on board with Jacob Alacia. He's just come through barbecue here, turn 5. I was watching him practice earlier on. Remember that Maserati? No traction control and no ABS on board that car either, so it's all down to Jacob Alacia to keep that on the circuit, which I spoke to him earlier and asked him, you know, has no ABS, no TC, how is it to drive? And he said difficult. So of course the next question would very quickly be, why did you choose it? And he said that he likes a challenge. So you know what? Fair enough. If he likes a challenge, fair enough. So I'll give the corner names on his actual flying lap. So we're just watching his out lap here, with my GPU running at like 9 million degrees. Yeah, I learned how to split audio channels on my stream, so now I can listen to music and just vibe, which makes me very happy. That's why I'm just sat here, you know, idly bobbing my head and I sound really great. So We are now on board with Jacob Alacia for his lap as he goes through Ingui. Jurgens is going to kick me for that. Down the straight, under the bridge to this right-hander called the Kink at turn 1. You see the track falling away a little bit as it comes back up. On the brakes, we're at the 100 board for Crowthorne turn 2. Around Crowthorne, we now have the Juck Squeeze sweep of 3 and 4. And then barbecue here at turn 5. How much curb is he going to take? All of it. Now we go down the straight towards Sunset. The track does all the way. Very easy to get a bit of a drift going here and overcook it. So that's Sunset turn 6. Now into Clubhouse turn 7. This very slow, quite deceptive left-hander actually. Then we are going to see the track fall away into the left-hander of the first part of the S's turn 8. Now turn 9, the right-hander, the second part of the S's. The track then comes back up the hill as we head to Leerkop, which is just here. This left-hander here is Leerkop. Turn 10, turn 11, which is unnamed, so I'm going to call it Leerkop 2. Then down the long straight, downhill again towards Mineshaft. Under the bridge, through the sweeping left-hander of Mineshaft, hitting the curb, maybe hitting a bit of the grass. Then into the Crocodiles at turn 13, later Apex as well. Very good place to make moves. We saw it here a while ago when the Skip Barbers took to this circuit in the Sister Championship. Over the curb for the turn 14, for turn 15, sorry, Cheetah. And then Ingui turn 16, and that sums up a lap of KYALAMI. I think the first driver who's actually going to be able to set a lap would be Bingus and Bongus. Here is James Andrews for Shadow Cars Racing Inc., who the meme now is I accidentally called him Yamik for an entire race, and whoops. It's funny. So Bingus and Bongus heads up the timing tower at the minute at 151.9. Arnold goes second. Andrews goes into 4th. I think he must have had a bad lap somewhere. Shoblem goes into 4th, now pushing Andrews down to 5th. Here we see Will Saunders in the Audi. Very quick driver in the GT4 series so far this season. Let's see if he can keep it up. As he comes across the line to set his first lap. Time goes into 3rd place at 152.2. Yeah, Will Saunders, in the 3 races he has attended, he got a 4th and 2 wins. So, very quick. 2nd place in the championship as well. 3 points behind Bingus at Longus. So, that is going to be a very, very tasty championship battle to here today. Remember, in 2 weeks' time will be the final as well. This is the 2nd to last race of the series. So, there's still so much on the line. No title is safe at the minute. No one is safe in their titles so far. And it could be very good. Going into the last race, we could have championship deciders on the line, which would be something absolutely beautiful. As Mo has gone faster to 150.647. Whitley is going to come through now. Across the line, goes into 2nd place at 151.3. We are going to be seeing, I think, a few drivers taking very low fuel runs. Here is someone who will want to be speeding up. Remember, this man, Bingus Bongus, has a championship to defend here today. 3 points separating himself from from Saunders. He's gonna be very much wanting to defend it. You know, 7 points between himself and Jake at a snack as well, who's in P3 in the GT4 championship. James Andrews, who's currently running in 7th in the other Yank Tank, the number 74 car, is 10 points off of that top slot as well. So really, the top 4 could be in with a chance here of championship glory if everything goes right for them. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm just playing about with my compressor settings because I think it might be a bit too loud. You guys might be you might be just hearing me absolutely rail off of the vocal levels. So I hope that's a little bit better, lads, for everyone to hear. So I'm not absolutely destroying your ears. But yeah, as I was saying, being as the longest, 10 points separating P1 from P4 in this championship. Now, if we have a think to the ACC points tallies, it's 16 points for first, 13 for second, 10 for third. Then as we'll go down 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, etc., you guys can figure out what position it is in your head. 8th is the next position, then 7th, 6th, 5, 4, 3, 2, down to 10th. So you get 16 for a win, 2 points for the 10th, and then 1 point for finishing. Anyone below 10th get a point. So there's, you know, points up for grabs along the entirety of the GT4 championship here today. So we will see, I think, some movement in the table. Who knows what's going to happen, because there's still a mid-pack in the GT4 series as well, which, if I'm looking at it right, is very close between George Whitley, who's in 5th at 26 points, down all the way really to Robin Moe, who is at 13 points, and Kai Sforza, who's at 14th, who are 10th and 11th respectively. So that mid-pack in the championship, while probably not too realistic to be challenging for a win, it is realistic that they could challenge for a high position in the championship standings at the end of today's season. And that is just GT4. There's GT3 and their 3 classes as well. So you never know what could happen. You know, a bad race could happen. And you have to make sure that you don't have many bad races. Because if you have bad races, they're going to come back and bite you. You might be able to have one of the season and get away with it if you're right up the front. But you never know what's going to happen. Let's switch to this man here, Will Saunders. He's just put in an amazing lap to bump himself up to P3. I was speaking to Biggest at Longest earlier, in fact. And he was saying that he wishes he hadn't changed from the Ginetta. Apparently it is overpowered here. And yeah, 1, 2, you know, 7 tenths between the first 2 Ginettas. 7 tenths between the Ginettas and the Audi. So you never know what's going to happen. Also, if anyone in chat can, like, say if my voice is too loud, or you want the game louder, or you want me quieter, let me know. I am actually going to turn the game up by just a little bit, because I can't actually hear it, which is helpful. What one have I put it on? There. There we go. I think that might be a bit better. If anyone could let me know, that could be a very big help. So yeah, if you could just let me know, I'll be appreciative. But yeah, we are just coming up really now to the sharp end of the GT4 qualifying. We'll be switching to the GT3 qualifying. Oh shit, I've just smacked my microphone. So yeah, the GT3 qualifying will start at 15 minutes left on the session, and then they will get the rest of the session. We're with Kai Sforza, currently running MP7. I bet for Barrack to win. You never know what's going to happen here. You never know. You really can never tell what is going to happen. So we'll have to see as I take Tom out for dinner and Barrack goes P1. What is that? Is it all that extra weight that you've added onto him? Here's a driver who has absolutely gained time, 0.6 up on his lap, according to ACC Race Control, as he comes around the final corner. He's lost a bit of time there. It might not be a jump up into the lead, but it'll be a bit closer. Yep, sub 0.2 now between Mo and Whitley. Very, very good lap there for him. Here is that man I was talking about earlier, Jacob Alacia, running down towards the final corner. And across the line, 1.8 seconds to gain to the lead, about 0.3 to gain to the back of Kai Sforza. It's closer. Oi, oi, bacon! Oi, oi, come on, the boys! Oi, oi! How you doing? How you doing? Can you notice there's maybe a bit of a noticeable change to the microphone quality? Yeah, there's I've gone back to using the EQ. Who do you think that big old bad man co is going to destroy today? Oh, everyone. I bet there's at least going to be one person who looks at it and goes, I can hit that. And then they just go to the moon. Like GameStop stocks a couple of months ago, you know. Who remembers when that happened? Oh, mental. Oh, mate, I'm buzzing. I've eaten my my commentary mints, which I'm a bit annoyed about, but I'm buzzing. I've got my microphone sounding nice. The best part is I was sat here figuring out... Oh, that's a bit of a lock-up on the inside tyre there. I was sat here testing my microphone, so I was listening to it in my ear, and I was just sat here yelling clean at myself and absolutely wetting myself. It was so funny. But I was sat there just in my chair going clean, and I don't know why I don't know why I found it so funny, but I did. But yeah, we're so the GT3s have now started up, so we're waiting to see Jacob Alacia off on his lap and then give the provisional GT4 standings as he comes across the line. And they're pulling over. Let's go, shall we, to this man here, Thomas Jack's Racing. So here is your provisional GT4 standings after qualification. Mo grabs the pole position with a 150.647, followed by Whitley, under a tenth between the two drivers. Saunders in third, Arnold fourth, fifth was Sforza, sixth was McBonga, seventh was Shoblam, eighth was Alacia, ninth was Texaria, and 10th was Andrews. Now on to the GT3. 19 GT3s on grid here today. So yeah, 19 GT3s, I think 10 GT4s. Oh, there goes McLaren off into the shadow round behind. I can't quite see who that is. I think it's the number 86 car. Yeah, it was balling. Well, you know what we have to do, don't you? We have to watch that. So here's balling. Yeah, gets on the grass. Bonk. Yeah, well done. Yeah, very good crash there from balling. I did say, didn't I, that what will happen is if you have an embarrassing crash, I will see it and I will laugh at it. That's the one thing that I will always say. If you have an embarrassing crash, I will see it and I will laugh because it's funny. Oh man, so yeah, some the GT3s now, a lot of them will be starting their laps A few interesting car choices out on the grid. Of course, a couple of BMWs out there. A Honda for Aaron Fiedlak. Obviously, as is standard, the McLarens are out in droves. One Lexus, a Nissan. Some Porsches as well, but there is one name, two names actually, that I don't think we can see here, and that is Pierre Moreno and Ed Costetta. Pierre Moreno currently being in the lead of the Platinum class. And if he isn't here tonight, he could very much give the lead of that class up. There's 10 points separating Moreno from Sench, 11 points for Moreno and Sanchez. And then 17 points between Jack and Moreno as well. So Moreno could theoretically drop down as low as 4th in today's race, depending on where Sench and Anthony Sanchez end up. Thomas Jack is 1 point out of being able to take the lead of the championship today. However, he could theoretically jump up as high as 2nd place, depending on how he finishes. He's 17 points between himself and current class leader. It will be very interesting to see where people come as Jack comes across the line at 143.027, under a 10th off of Maudsley in the Boatley. Here is Gary Rowe for Super Ernie. The Just for Children sponsored car there, very good cause for people. If you can see on the back of the car the link, definitely go check it out. Currently running 5th overall, 1st in class at the current moment. Remember, multi-class racing. If you are not used to the idea of how GT does it, the classes are split between Platinum, Silver and Bronze in this, or Pro, Silver, Am in ACC terms. The Platinum drivers have the white background black number next to their names in the tower. The Silver have the silver background white number, and the Bronze have the red background black number. What this means is essentially there is 3 different races happening on the same circuit. Obviously, if you're in the lead of your class and there's a guy in front, or double off there for the number 135 Langvin. Oh, there's contact! There's contact between, who was that? Maudsley and Rowe. Oh, there was contact. Let's have a look at that contact between Maudsley and Rowe. So you can see Rowe goes off, so too does Langvin. Comes back on and just clicks the side of that Bentley. Oh, that's not a very good crash there. Oh, I think Maudsley will be a bit angered by that one. Get in the bin. Ah, chat, you do give me some very good things to talk about sometimes, don't you? Yeah, that was definitely something. Question: can anyone actually hear my music, or is it just me? I need to know if that works. I mean, I'm just listening to, you know, lo-fi, so I'm pretty happy. Here comes Ballin in the Platinum class across the line. Where does he go? He takes pole. It's a pole position for Lewis Hamilton. Someone who is gaining a lot of time is Daniel Fox, driving that number 1 Jensen Team Rocket RJN liveried car. The McLaren 720S Special, new driver in the series, I believe. First race for them. So we will definitely see how they perform in today's race. So you have submitted their hot stint and have gone into the bronze class, which isn't a bad thing. You get classified to your class based on a hot stint time to make sure that the championships are as close as possible, so you're not having drivers who are, you know, 1 or 2 seconds, 2 or 3 or higher seconds behind the leaders, still trying to fight for the same championship. It's a very good system. I quite enjoy it. Also means it gives me more to follow, and it gives me more talking points. Yeah. So Fox is currently P3 in bronze class. Toby Long is currently running in the lead of that class. A full second, 1.2 seconds, thereabouts, off of Gary Rowe, the 63 car in the same class. A little bit of a gap between the cars at the current minute in time. We've still got 6 minutes left in qualifying. I mean, obviously, we never know what's going to happen in the race. Either anything can happen, and normally it does. Here is Sam Maudsley. Was involved in that collision earlier, which we did see and we did laugh at. Thomas Jack, in the meantime, as well, has taken provisional pole. A 141.787 is the time to be chasing. Sanchez has caused a yellow flag. He's just pulled over and finished his lap. So here comes Maudsley around at the final corner. Currently in P7. P5 in class. Comes across the line to go P3 overall and P3 in class. Here is Ivan Barak. Currently on an invalid lap time according to ACC RC. However, in the lead of his class in silver, I believe as well, actually. He is in the lead of the championship in silver as well. No, 4 points behind Aaron Rains, I think that is, who's currently sat in P10 provisional on qualifying. P3 in class overall, 4 points separating them. Kevin Kovac as well there in P11, P4 in class. Tied with Ivan Barak, 40 points in the championship, 4 points to catch Aaron Rains. So that will be a very close and very tense championship battle for the ex-QP Nissan driver Ivan Barak. Substituted his lifetime supply of QP mayonnaise to switch over to the Fairy Racing outfit. Let's jump on board with him for a lap, shall we? We'll jump in this camera. Not very good camera in this, but here we go for turn 2. You can see playing with that wheel to get it around the corner. Then we go up through 4 into 5 at Barbecue. You can hear the curb under the tyres there. 39 degrees is the track temperature. 30 degrees is the air temperature. Quite a warm day, I'd say, through sunset. Then down the gears, you can hear it's quite a nice audible clunk as these cars go down the gears. You know, it's quite a good as they get down them, which I quite like. You can very much hear it. It's very good sound. You can hear it when they go up as well. It's very good as they get up the gears as well. Now into Leacup, turn 10. There's some curb on the inside. Now 11. Now the run down to Mineshaft. Bit of curb on the outside as well. Again, curb on the inside through Mineshaft down towards the Crocodiles. Just watch his wheel input very hard. Then loosens it out, gets it shallower, goes out of the curb and unwinds the wheel for the left-hander as he comes through... what's it called? Cheetah. Then through Ingwer, and then to come across the line. Currently in the lead of his class, so really he doesn't have to improve. However, he is going to, and he goes provisional second on the grid. As Kevin Kovac has gone off. Let's have a look what happened to him. Here we see him coming through. We'll jump on board. This is through the S's. Goes deep. The back goes into the inside wall. The steering's gone at this point. Into the outside wall. The car just let go from underneath him, which not great. Aaron Reigns has pulled off to the side as well, I think, to end his lap. I wish there was like a cool replay like screen when you did that. That'd be quite nice. Rip. Thanks for that very insightful information there, Milt. Here's Anthony Sanchez, currently 6th in class. Yeah, I think. Here's a man who is M1 LDP. Helmut Milto. That's the better name. Thomas Jack improves a 141.532. No, it was a little bit of a slow lap there. It looked green on the race control app that I have. Here is Anthony Sanchez again, improving on his lap time at the minute by 0.4 at this point as he goes into, I guess, sector 2. But I don't know. Oh jeez. Okay, right. I can do this. Geons. I can't. My brain just doesn't understand that. It doesn't get it. It doesn't get it. It's like, oh, there's an Eli Schwartz just like, yeah, I want this wall. Okay. That's a very weird place to have a bit of a crash. Is Angelo going a bit boingy boingy? Here is Aaron Wiedelak for Nuremberg. Sorry, not Nuremberg. Wrong place. Nürburgring esports team. Nuremberg. That is the complete wrong place, Husky. Like, I think. Yeah, Nuremberg isn't near Nürburgring, is it? But no, I need to figure it out. Nuremberg to Nürburgring. Right there. Right there. We have to find out how off I was. I was a grand total of basically the width of Germany off. About 400 kilometers between the two. So essentially, we had Germany, and I went either side of it. They're both in Germany. Well, yeah, that's a good start. Yeah. Oh, man. I'm a fucking idiot sometimes. I really am. I am honestly an idiot sometimes. It's brilliant. Brilliant. So I've got a few drivers now waiting on a few drivers to finish up their lap times. Wales is quite... Is there a place in like Finland or something called Wales? I know there's a place called fucking in Austria. Because they make a beer called fucking L. Which is the only time you're allowed to say it on TV because you're referencing it. Anches. When Husky reads an A and then forgets the first letter of his second name, it becomes Anches, apparently. So here is your provisional GT3 results. Jack takes the lead, followed by Borlin, Barak, Maudsley, Chamber 2005, Barnes, Cook, Fiedlak, Long, Sanchez, Reigns, Kovac, Rowe, Fox, Gottlieb, Langvin, Santosh, Schwartz, Jelvu. And in your classes, it's for Platinum, Jack, Borlin, Maudsley, Trainboy, Cook, Sanchez. For Silver, it's Barak, Barnes, Fiedlak, Reigns, Kovac, Gottlieb, and Langvin. For Bronze, it's Long, Rowe, Fox, Santos, Schwartz, and Van Jelwu. And for GT4, it's Mo, Whitley, Saunders, Arnold, Sforza, Mukbonga, Shoblum, Alacia, Texaria, and Andrews. Now remember, the that one next to the driver's number states how many pit stops they have to make in the race. As per Racing Pals ACC Series rules, drivers have to take one pit stop at any point during the race. For tyres, fueling is optional. You don't have to do it, but you can do it if you want to. But you must take tyres at one point during the race. So track temp has gone up by 2 degrees from 39 to 41. The air temp has gone up by 1 degree as well. So drivers will be adjusting their tyre pressures to sort that. However, we will soon be getting ready. You can see some of the cars bonking around there. As I'm going to quickly grab my fan because I am absolutely boiling today. Imagine you need to pit stop. Yeah, what's a pit stop? What's a pit stop? Voluntary, the voluntary stop-go penalty. You know, quite handy. Yes. In news, if people haven't seen, not in Gonzo, I sort of changed my fan a little bit. I have made it even safer by removing the blade guard from it. Because that's how you make something safer, isn't it? You remove the blade guard from a fan and then yam your fingers into it, and then life is good. I hope my fan noise isn't coming through because I sort of need it on me at the current moment in time. I'll move my mic a little bit away so that it's out of the spray of the fan, so I can sit there and exist. We've got 15 seconds until the start of the formation lap. The fan's really nice. Actually, it's quite good. Be sort of a bit more. Oh, that's perfect. So here we go then. Off on the formation lap of today's race. I'm getting tagged in Discord for some obscure reason. So off on the formation lap, the drivers will be going a single file towards the final sector. They'll then line up side by side for the rolling start of today's race. Here we go. It's the exciting bit. It's the time where we get ready to race. We get ready to go green. Everyone's sat there in their cars, absolutely bricking it. Just like, ooh, I'm scared. I know I am. Like, when I do a race, I'm sat there on a formation lap, you know, then I come around the final corner and I'm just like, I'm screwed, I'm screwed, I'm screwed, I'm screwed, I'm screwed, I'm screwed, I'm screwed. I'm screwed, I'm screwed, I'm screwed, I'm screwed, I'm screwed. That's what happens with me when I'm about to start a race, is I just absolutely brick myself. And then for the entire first lap, my internal monologue is just, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. And that's sort of how my race goes. And at some point, my brain goes, oh, it's fine, it's chill, all right, turn off now. Anyone else get that in racing, or is it just me? Is my internal monologue that weird? See, the reason why I don't have a camera when I'm streaming is because at the minute I'm just sat here vibing in mid-chair, and it'd be really weird and really horrible to look at. Plus, I don't want to subject anyone to the ugliness that is my face, because everyone suffered enough in 2019 through to now. So, as is normal, with the race, There's a yellow or red line between the driver name and the car band ping. Yes. As the timing tower likes to brick itself in the first lap or two of the race, I turn it off because normally it goes, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And it's very unhappy. I'm in one of those moods today. I'm very happy and I'm feeling very random. I don't know why I'm happy either. I'm just quite happy today. So here we see the cars there all lining up in the background, even the GT4s. We get ready to go green here today. Here we go, side by side. It's a McLaren front row, but Ivan Barak is looking very hungry on the rear. So too is that Bentley. And we go green here at KYALAMI. Now we get to see all the fun bits. And Ivan Barak already looking. There goes, I think that's Chamber 2005 to the outside as well. Maybe for a bit of safety. There's contact. Maudsley's round. Fox goes into the back. So too does Schwartz. Chamber 2005 is off as well. Almost comes back on track in front of Whitley. Oh, that was terrifying. Now with Aaron Fiedlak, he's under attack from, I think that's Barnes behind in that BMW. Oh, a bit loose there. Maybe was that Honda? Kyle Cook has made up positions very nicely into third place as well as maybe a look down the inside there for Barnes in the BMW. It's going to be a drag race now down towards Mineshaft. Who's going to get out in front? That is the question. We're going to snap back to the helicam. They are side by side through Mineshaft. There's contact. Fiedlak's off. That is a big crash for the Honda NSX driver there. Bacon is now going to say, please obey social distancing. That was a huge crash for the two drivers. Further back, Trainboy 205 is making his moves up the grid. That was a very big crash for Aaron Fiedlak there. Side by side, red flag air ambulance. I think he's got going again. Maudsley is in the pit lane. There's a teleport pit. Looking about. Gottlieb is chasing down the back of Langford. Further back as well, Kovac is in a free car battle between Barnes himself and Sanchez. All round there. Was that Kovac? Got a bit of contact. Oh no! Big crash. Reigns has gone round. Well, I say big crash. It wasn't really a big crash, was it? Oh, Reigns is round as well. One thing that I do want to look at though is this crash. This was earlier. This was Fiedlak and Barnes. Yeah, look, they just come together. And that just spits Fiedlak out onto the gravel track. That was that was definitely an unlucky one. There's Van Gelwu yellow flag as well. I also want to have a look at this crash here from on board. You can see there's a contact ahead. Reigns picks his line, just gets collected. Just gets collected by the 112. I think 112 BMW of Kevin Kovac, who has come into the pit lane. Barnes has also got a yellow flag. I'm not sure what for. Aaron says that went great. Yeah, Aaron, that was a hell of an impact. lane. Got Vita sign. It was a hell of a crash there as we look at Vance trying down the inside of Van Gelwood. I think it's the longest. Just driving a boot, really. Currently P3 in GT4 class. Gottlieb now right up the back of Langvin. This is an in-class battle. Switches the dummy to try and go down the inside of Clubhouse. But Langvin had the overspeed. Langvin now will be all over the rear end of the number 63 machine of Gary Rowe through the S's. Maybe a bit of a door bang there through the first part. However, he gets the move done on the Aston Martin. A very good move there, in fact, from Jeffrey Langvin. Now he has his teammate Luana Santos up ahead to try and negotiate. This is where the battle is at the current moment in time. Gottlieb will now be chasing down the rear of the 63 machine of Gary Rowe. However, he will also have Fox battling the rear as well, as Fox want to move up into the podium paying positions of the bronze class, having qualified there for the race and having dropped back a little bit, I think is what happened throughout the first portion of today's race. As around is Gottlieb. On the brakes. Oh, well, Train Boy's coming through. He's coming through. You know, not going around. No, Train Boy's coming through. There. As we meet back up with the GT4 drivers. We have Will Saunders battling on the rear of Schoblum. Andrews there as well, having made up a few positions at the start of the race. Schoblum there, I think, getting a move done on the Yank tank. However, we're not quite done yet. Now, we might be seeing 3 wide down towards turn 1. We will see 3 wide into turn 2. Saunders is on the inside. He's going to get squeezed a bit. Oh, that was scary. Oh, there's contact. Off goes Saunders. Oh, around goes Schoblum. Schoblum there. Got a bit, I think, loose and just collected the side of Will Saunders. And that one, well, there's only one way to find out. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's not going to let us go back enough. But yeah, he did grab it, and we will actually get to see, I think, a yellow flag forming as well, as Barnes apparently yellow flagged. I'm not sure as to why. Oh, he's just lost it at the S's. Yeah, he just lost it at the S's there, you can see on the end of that. Here is Gottlieb, as someone has smacked that inside curve. Someone else there has smacked that inside curve. I think that was Eli Schwartz. Was just chilling on the infield as Ian Arnold now chasing the rear of Andrews. Will Saunders in the background as well. As Andrews making that Yank tank very wide. The Porsche Cayman GT4 will have to find a negotiable way past that car. Maybe a run if he can get the exit out of Ingvar, the final corner. We'll have to see as Formula Power's teammate Will Saunders is behind as well. Been a very good start to the race so far, isn't it? Very good start to the race. It's calmed down a bit now. It's calmed down a bit, I think. But yeah, that was a very active start of the race, wasn't it? As maybe look at the inside here at sunset. Schwartz has jumped into the pit lane. There's, maybe up the inside. No, I could see the intent there, maybe for Ian Arnold, but I think the car was dedicated to the line he had chosen before and couldn't change it that late. That would have been a beautiful move. However, it wasn't to be. Here we go. He's going to be very close here through Lear Cup. It'll be down the inside. It'll be side by side. Will the door close? No, the door is still open. Arnold makes the move. However, Andrews is going to look again, maybe. Maybe an inside at the mine shaft. We'll have to see. They are so close. Nose to tail. More inside through the crocodiles. For Ian Arnold, maybe a bit of a switchback try. No, it wasn't to be. Arnold has made that move, and it looks like he's made it stick as well. Oh, Arnold goes deep. There's contact. There's double contact. Arnold has been spun off into the advertising. And Shotland goes, ooh, free position. I'll have that. Oh, man. As you see, Connor Barnes try down the inside of Angelou. Angelou decides that he wants the inside again. However, I think he'll lose out because he'll have the outside through Clubhouse. Maybe. Yeah, that's P13 for Barnes. Very good move for Connor Barnes. As Ozzy's apparently lost position. Chamber 2005 is in the pit lane. I think he's got quite a bit of damage to that Porsche sustained in that earlier collision. So Ian Arnold worked and slogged up to the rear of James Andrews and then got spun into the advertising. That's just funny. Like, in a sad way, it's funny. Bit of rubber bandy between the two cars as they head through. I think that's turn 10 at Learcott. Yeah, I was right. We're on the helicam. I would have literally kicked my pedals off. Yes, I would have, to be honest. I would have been miffed. This is the battle so far. This is where to be. Your provisional standings so far for the Platinum class is Thomas Jack in the lead, followed by Borlin in second and Cook in third. For the silver, it's Barak, Langvin and Gottlieb, and for bronze, it's Long, Santos and Fox. For GT4, it's Mo, Whitley and McBongus. Few people have gained a lot of positions. Yeah, I think the driver of the day vote today is going to be very interesting to see just where people think the driver of the day is. Remember, in the last 15 minutes of the race, I will put up a link to a Google form for driver of the day. As Ian Arnold there, very adventurous up the inside, and a bit further forward as well. Actually, Will Saunders will now be side by side with Andrews through Sunset. Very close, bit of a break there for the Audi, maybe to stop it from spinning him off into the wall. He'll have the inside at Clubhouse. They are still side by side. The Audi has some front end damage to it and some rear end damage. I think some everywhere damage, really, if we were being truthful. Now they'll go through the S's. Saunders will get the inside for the first bit. Andrews will get the inside through the second bit. They are still side by side, and they will be all the way up, I think, to Learcott. As we get on the helicam, you can see, edging just ahead there is Andrews. James maybe trying to get the car back, but Andrews defended it Saunders defended it beautifully through turn 10 and has now stuck the lead. But this is where that Yang Tank straight line speed will come in, right up the rear end through the Crocodiles. He's tried to switch back here once before on Ian Arnold and it didn't work. And will it work on the Audi? No. Off the track goes Shoblam and into the wall. Yep, into the wall, into the other wall. Yep, there goes Shoblam. That'll be a new front end. That'll be an expensive one. Oh, he hit the gravel. Rode it. Rode it. Rode it. Rode it. Rode it. Okay, it's good. It's good. Or down the inside, is that turn 2? Maybe a bit of contact, but James Andrews holds up and lets Saunders take the position again. So I think there might have been a bit of contact there. I think the door might have just closed up. As we see, I think that's Maudsley and Thomas Jack. So the GT4, so 15 minutes in. And the GT3, sorry, have already caught up to the GT4s. As James Andrews is going to be under attack from Ian Arnold again. And Thomas Jack there, very much on the rear end, just like, hello, I'm here, I'm a GT3. And then just gets himself past. There are better places to be lapped by GT3 cars. You mostly want to be lapped down the straight. As there goes Thomas Jack on James Andrews. Train for 2005 with a massive undercut. Yeah, we'll have to see if it works. Very good move there from James Andrews, sticking it wide to let the drivers through. Maudsley is gaining positions here by taking over the GT4s. He has made his pit stop, so theoretically he could go for the 45 minutes that are left if the car has enough fuel and has the tyres for it. In reality, the drivers who have pitted have that green box next to their name, so they could technically, and I'm gonna say technically, because I can't tell what fuel people have got, what tyres people have got, how they're planning it. Technically, they could go to the end of the race. These cars can last an hour, maybe a bit longer if you're good, on the fuel and on the tyres. So we'll have to see. As down the inside, there goes Ivan Barak to put himself a lap up. James Andrews getting absolutely ruined by Kovac. Kovac getting absolutely ruined up the back by Arnold. Social distancing, please. Please, lads, social distancing. So that will be that fight well and truly put to bed. As Tex area gets made short work there by Borland. That's how I might go to the stewards. Now here's a battle that's slowly brewing up. It's Robin Moe against George Whitley in the 113 and the 32 car, the two Ginettas that started P1, P2 in their class. Still running P1, P2 in their class. But together, 2 tenths separating the two apparently at live timing as Moe decides to have a bit of two-wheeling, embrace his inner Arab drift video there by going 2 wheels. This could be a very good battle brewing up, in fact, between the two cars. So we'll have to see what comes of this, actually, because they could be up to something very good, as Alessio's jumped into the pit lane as well. The pit window most of the time seems to be 5 minutes either side of 30 minutes, so 25 minutes to 35 minutes. Yeah, it has been quite an active race today, hasn't it? I think that's the correct way to put it. So we're going to stick the auto cam on for a little bit and see just what it gives out. Here is Ivan Barak getting past Kai Sforza, who decides to have a little bit of a Nani Derivdoro. Nani Copawaya Desu. The 722 car, Langvin there getting past, I think that's Kyle Cook. What happened there? Hang on. Hang on. What happened to Kyle Cook? He was ahead of Langvin, and then Langvin just went into the position. I am confused. Here is a battle. It's between classes. It's Luan Santos versus Anthony Sanchez. This is for track position only, really, as they are in different classes. Down the inside, looking there for Anthony Sanchez. Is he going to hold it? The Ferrari has a bit of an overlap on him still, but he will get the inside. It will be a run down to Mineshaft. Here we go. Then we can switch to my favourite camera. Sanchez slips back behind Santos. Maybe a look into the crocodiles as he goes wide. Might try to get the cut back. Oh, it might work. They are still side by side. Oh, there's contact. It was a bit of a door bang, but everyone was fine. That means that Sanchez gets the move into P7 overall, and he'll actually take third place in his class, as here is Kyle Cook heading into the pit lane 10 minutes earlier than we're typically used to seeing drivers. Cook died at some point. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough then that Cook died off at some point. That would explain why he got so easily overtaken. George Whitley must be sat here absolutely cacking himself. Like, he must be sat there through the S's with that McLaren ahead and that Bentley behind, absolutely cacking himself. Like, that poor man. Oh man, as here is about hotting up. It's Gottlieb versus Rowe. 4 tenths separating the two drivers. The Aston Martin ahead, the mint, blue and white machine, and Justin Gottlieb, the, let's call that Art Deco Lexus ahead. But I think if I was to count the colours on that car, the race would be over. So, note here is Langvin on Toby Long. Again, this is the track position. But this will open him up to chase the 22-second gap between himself and Barak. You know, it's still possible. I'm just vibing here. I'm well happy. How's everyone else doing? Everyone good? Everyone in good spirits? Everyone happy? Yeah? One of my favourite points of the week, this race time. Love it. Well happy. Well, it's such a good day. Sundays, it's race time for me. Either commentating or, streaming makes me happy. This will be a battle for P2 in bronze class. It's Daniel Fox versus Luana Santos. Ferrari versus McLaren. Almost McLaren in Ferrari. They're actually very good avoidance, I think. That would have been a very embarrassing time to, go into the engine bay of the Ferrari when I immediately switched to your battle. Imagine that. I switched straight to your battle and you go, oh, you know what? I'm bored of being my own car. Let's crash weld into this Ferrari. Yeah. Oh, and there is Will Saunders in the foreground as well. He'll be made semi-light work of there, or Fox is going to have to stay behind through the S's. That's going to cost time. That's going to cost a lot of time, in fact. As Fox gets past, that's going to have opened up the gap for Fox and Santos. Yeah, it has opened it to 9 tenths between the two cars. So, yeah, that did very much open the gap out. This is a place to be at the current moment in time. Fox versus Santos. We will definitely have to see what happens here, because the battle is still far from over. Oh, a bit deep there from Santos. That's going to open the door up for Fox very beautifully. Fox is ahead. Could Santos maybe try and get a bit more straight line speed? No, it looks like Fox had the run out the corner. Not sure what happened to Santos. Maybe a look down the inside for Santos. No, Fox has made the move into P2 of AM for now. There's about 9 seconds separating Long, who's in the lead of AM, to second place in AM of Fox and Santos. So second and third, really. Let's be honest, it's technically second and third still. That was a very good move, though. And speaking of Toby Long, he's up front chasing Langvin down in that very nice purple and pink and orange sportified livery car. Right, so we're coming up to the 35th minute. Cars will start coming in for the main pit stop window now. There isn't actually a pit stop window that's enforced. It's more just the fact that it seems that a lot of people try to grab the half and half unless they get damaged and then just go long. There's Bingus for longest, just vibing in P3 in GT4 in the foreground there. Langvin has gained some time to the Aston Martin as well, so that'll give him a good bit of breathing room. A battle that hasn't really hotted out at the minute is Santos versus Fox. Now this is where Santos lost the position on the last lap. Looked like she just got very deep and just bled off speed. In fact, this time she has gained time through Ingvar, the final corner. We'll see. Is that throw going to close up? Yeah, Fox misses the apex of turn 1. Gets a little bit more ahead. 4 tenths separating the two cars. We jump on board with Luana Santos there. Yeah, you can see that McLaren getting ever so closer at the minute. As you can see, the Lumarang just partially hiding it. We'll have a look down on the brakes. You can see the pedal input there on the steering, touching that inside curve. 5 tenths now. The gap has stagnated through this first sector. In reality, it stayed around the 4-5 tenths mark, but it's definitely there are definitely positions where Santos seems to be faster than Fox. So we will definitely see maybe a move here, as this is for P2 in the bronze class. The Santos looked to try and claim the outside line there, maybe to try and get a cutback, but wasn't to be for now. 4 tenths, 3 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, separating the McLaren from the Ferrari. So here we go through Mineshaft. We'll have a look as we get through Crocodiles. We've seen a few moves here in at least my knowledge of Racing Pals races that have been hosted here. Of people going inside and then just trying to hold the apex and not allow the cutback, to people trying to go outside to get the cutback, of course. As Santos there heading into the pit lane for her pit stop. It's the 33-minute, 33-second mark, thereabouts, about the 33-minute, 30-second mark. Pit stop. What, losing you about, well, 30 seconds in the stop, I think, is a tyre change, and then however long the pit lane is. So I think that might be... How long do we reckon the pit lane loses you in time? I'd think about 20, 25? Or am I thinking a bit too high? Probably thinking a bit too high there, actually, aren't I? As Whitley is still chasing the rear of Mo. Now, Mo, in the championship, is currently sat in 11, 13 points. George Whitley is at 26 points. He won't be able to take the championship. He's 17 points off of Bingus Longest. Even if Bingus Longest retired and Whitley finished first, he would jump into second place in the championship. So there's still a bit of there's still some very good tussling actually happening in the GT4 class. As Jacob Alacia. Oh, Maudsley there. Yep, actually realising that GT rules don't magically move out of the way, and not going into the rear end of the Porsche, as Alacia just flashes a bit for some reason. Most of the GT4 cars actually have pitted. It's Mo, Whitley, McBongus and Saunders in GT4 that are yet to pit. And speaking of Whitley, 2 tenths separating the two drivers. Come on, give us a tussle, lads. Remember, equal machinery here. There's 2 Ginettas, so it'll be all down to the driver and how they've set their car up. So there was maybe a look there by Whitley into turn 2. As through 3, through 4, now to 5. Whitley, I think, has lost a bit of time there with his look at turn 1. He has it. It went from 2 tenths to 8 tenths between Mo and Whitley. Wow. Very quick amount as Long, Sanchez and Rowe have dove into the pit lane. So too has Saunders. as there is Fox behind Whitley, looking for the move, looking to make it a Learcott. Very good place to make a move, actually. Great navigation there of Whitley there by Fox, not forcing the issue, just making sure that they can get past just happily. Very good move by Fox there. Love to see it from the GT3 cars, you know, giving that much respect to the GT4 cars. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes the GT3 cars just sort of sit there and bully the GT4 cars off track, which 9 times out of 10 they'll get a penalty for doing that. So is it worth it? Who knows? As we have Carl Cook facing the rear of Sanchez. This is for 3rd place in class. As we go through the S's, this is Porsche versus McLaren. If I have a gander at their best laps, Carl Cook's best lap is 8 tenths faster than Sanchez's. Both in 143s, 143.867 for Sanchez, 143.017 for Cook. Cook not having set the best lap. The best lap at this current time in the race is Thomas Jack, who's currently running in the overall lead and the platinum lead of 142.005. However, this battle will be very close. Here is a very close battle. It's Langvin versus Gottlieb. Very close. Who's going to get out in front? I think it's going to be Langvin. Langvin takes the position. Oh, we like a little bit of silliness. We'll jump on the helicam now. Remember, Porsche, straight line speed? No. Braking? Yes. I think maybe a bit too far there for an adventurous dive down the inside. Yep, stays behind at turn 2. We'll have to see how we get. The last laps for Sanchez was a 49.2, a 43.7 for Sanchez and Cook respectively. Up front in the platinum class, up front in the silver class, really. Up front in pretty much every class at the minute. It's quite comfortable. However, Jack, Ballin, Barrett, Fox, Reigns, Barnes all have yet to pit. So too does Van Joe, who is in the pits. And Mingus not longest, and I think that is everyone in today's race who has to pit. Yep. I was correct. We will be in a 3-car train soon as round through Learcott comes Kyle Cook. You can see Langvin ahead as well in that Ukraine white and blue themed Ferrari there for showing support to the situation out in Ukraine. Where was I? Oh yeah, so we've still got this battle heading out. Oh, a bit of grass there, you can see getting hooked up. I feel sorry for that poor groundsman, you know. He'll have to fix that at the end of the race and he'll be like, you've ruined me grass. We get back to the helicam. Kyle Cook is closer, 4 tenths between himself and Sanchez. Sanchez might be in the place to make an adventurous move on Langvin if he doesn't do very well. Looks to the inside actually at turn 2 there, maybe to try and mind punt Langvin out. Sanchez setting a personal best of 143.145 on his last lap. About 700ths quicker than Kyle Cook over the last lap. Langvin obviously was on an out lap, so his time doesn't really show the full story. As they are this 3-car train of Langvin, Sanchez and Cook are very compressed together. It's great to see, you know, 3 completely different cars. You know, a Ferrari 488 I think they use, a McLaren 720 Special and a Porsche 911 GT3R all this close together. It is great to see. It shows that the BOP in A, the real world of GT racing, and B, the virtual world of GT racing very much brings these cars very close together, which is very good. As Fox comes into the pit lane now, something we did want to see actually was if Luana Santos will be able to undercut Fox. Fox has come in very late. Fox is in the box. Get it, Fox in the box. I think Santos is going to take the position as they head through. I think this is Cheetah. Oh, Santos goes round. Oh, loses out a bunch of time. I think we'll still definitely take the position. Yeah, Fox will drop back down into 4th place in the bronze category. There's Cook there having a bit of trouble negotiating Shobler. Was a very good save. I will give that. It was a very good save. Has lost out the position to Gary Rowe as well, but is now up to P3 in the bronze class. Now there's a bit of work to do to get that P2 back. Fox dropped down to 14th overall, 4th in class, so definitely some time to gain there. You know what? Let's give GT4 a bit of a visit, shall we? Here's Bingus with Mongus. Mosley, by the way, with a massive undercut. Yeah, Mosley has had quite an unlucky race, I think, today. In fact, he was involved in that collision earlier on, and he has worked our Bentley up again to another quite a good position. This is why I don't say good things about people, because they do that, and then I sit there and I look like an idiot. The second I switch to him, he hits that inside curve, and the car goes, I want to drink it. Oh, there's some top level. Mate, I am arguably, professional commentator. We all know it. As we have Sanchez, who's still, I'm not going to say struggling, but he's still finding some difficulties with getting past that very wide Ferrari of Langfin. They've been going at it now for about 5 minutes, and I thought by now Sanchez would have pushed forward as Barak is in the lead of the race. Probably trying to go for that weird, massive overcut strategy he did at the last race. As to the outside there looks Sanchez, trying to get the undercut, but Langvin grabs the inside all the way through and then makes that car very wide out to the outside. We're going to switch to the helicam. You can just see how close they are as Andy Anderson is having a very unhappy time. Maybe to the inside for Sanchez. Maybe the inside line is open. It'll be a case of who gets the speed. I think Langvin, yes, got the speed out of the Crocodiles. And the more time they're battling together, the closer and closer Kyle Cook will be catching up once more. Oh, a bit of a death wiggle there from the Ferrari. Now, could we see an adventurous move down the inside of turn 2? There's turn 1, now to turn 2. Langvin looking to the inside, holding the inside to defend it beautifully. Who's going to get in front? They are side by side. I think Sanchez might have it. As we head through turn 3, there's a bit of door banging. Turn 4, turn 5. Who's going to come out in front? Langvin holds the position and opens the door for Kyle Cook to steal the inside into sunset. What a good piece of defensive driving there from the Ferrari. That was defending to the highest order. Wow. I'm partially in awe about that defending. I'm sat there like, Jesus Christ. I honestly thought that someone was going to spear off into the gravel. I can't lie. That was some brilliant defending. Now, Kyle Cook will be able to have a go. Langvin definitely will be up there as contender for driver of the day. for that defense alone. Oh, Carl Cook on the gravel. This is going to open up the door, I think, maybe for Sanchez, as he has a look around the outside. Here we go. I know that McLaren has a better straight line speed than the Porsche, but by how much? That is the question. As Carl Cook looks to the middle of the track, maybe to defend the inside line if he has to. Very late move down the inside there for Sanchez. Does he hold it? It's going to be side by side. There's contact. There's more contact. Sanchez holds a position for now with a very late move down the inside at turn 2. That was, I think, a move of pure anger. I think that was very much a move of, how dare you steal the position off me? I'm having it back. Is it just me that thinks that might have been a move of pure anger? Rubbing is racing. The problem is they're rubbing $100,000 worth of virtual cars against each other here. But now this is a very good thing about GT3 cars, is unlike open wheel cars, they are able to get the shoulders out a little bit more in comparison, which allows for closer racing, as you don't have to be overly scared of the occasional door or wheel bang. Obviously all that very sleek looking car bodywork helps, you know, make sure you don't bonk any of the important bits. The important bits, technical term. Now, we're back in this position we were in before, of Langvin, Sanchez, and Cook. I feel like... no. Yeah, we're in this position again. This three car train has just refused to stop. They refuse to come into the station, and they're still just very much going at it with each other. Oh, they're very close. Maybe a look at cutting back. No, not quite. Langvin holds the position, but the inside might be open. No, it's not. Cook there maybe trying to look for an opportunity again to capitalize. Might have it here at Learcop. Who's going to go to the outside? Who's going to go to the inside? Sanchez defending the inside. Cook looking outside. Is he going to be able to cut back? No, Sanchez holds the position. Cook decides to test the rally credentials of the Porsche. The corner doesn't end there, Cook. You know what time it is, lads? You know what time it is? I bet you know what time it is, don't you? Here's what we're gonna do, boys. Oh, down the inside, Sanchez turn 2, contact. Sanchez has, I think he'll be thinking, has finally made that move into P4 overall. It's driver of the day vote. So in this forum is driver of the day vote for GT3 and GT4. Please be aware, votes for people not present in the race or in their wrong class will not be counted, and you may still be charged. Lines close in 16 minutes. So yeah, one vote each as well. I think I've set it to do that, but I'm not 100% sure. There goes Forza, just like right around the outside. So Langvin has lost P4. Second in class. He's done very well, to be fair, you know. I'll be fair to him. He has done amazingly so far. To hold that position as... There you go, Saunders. What happened to Saunders? There we go, side by side. Has Langdon behind? Does he just get a bit tapped? I don't know. I don't know. I physically cannot see. Does it say any incidents if he got a tap? Yeah, I'm going to expect he got a tap. Very light on the rear by the Ferrari of Jeffrey Langevin. And I mean very, very light. In fact. Jack hasn't crashed. He's just sort of driven off up the road today. He's sort of enjoyed life and just gone up road. Yeah, definitely. There's only been a few. We've only got one vote on the book so far. Bacon isn't racing, so votes for Bacon will not be counted, and you will still be charged. No, Bacon. He can't do the mill strategy. He hasn't built the McLaren. How can he do the mill strategy? He hasn't made the car. Oh, Langvin's gone. I think he hit that inside curve very hard there. I'm going to rewatch the... yeah, he did. He just ruined that curve. But that means that Cook gains P5. However, the driver he wants to get ahead of is Sanchez, up ahead. So yeah, one thing I will say as well, for people that don't know, the reward for GT3 and GT4 driver today is that driver gets sent a very low quality, badly edited, badly written on PNG of a trophy, essentially. You know, I could do it professionally, but I think it's better that way. What, starting on pole and going off? Nah, Mill, building the car and winning. That's what's right, isn't it? Oh, man, you know it's all fun and games. You know we love it. Oh, man, so we've got Cook here. 4 tenths off of Sanchez. Mill left the chat. Oh man, it's all fun, you know. It's all fun and games, isn't it? Oh, bit of a death wiggle there for the Polestar of Kyle Cook. You can see it there, a little tiny bit of a death wiggle, not hitting that inside curb because people have found that inside curb is, you know, Assetto Corsa space program. Oh, it's been a good day. It's been a very good day. We had 29 cars start and there's 23 left on the grid. Eli Schwartz is here and is 23 laps down. Vibing. Probably going to come out on the final lap and just gain the extra point for technically finishing. Here is Aaron Rains, a car with no name. Got involved in that collision earlier with Kevin Kovac. He's on the rear of Luana Santos. This isn't for class position, however. This is just for track position. However, the car behind him is Justin Gottlieb in the Wu-Tang Clan Lexus. That is for class position. Ah, chat. The chat makes me quite happy sometimes. Of just random shit talking. Chilling it. Oh, driver of the day vote. It's very close, in fact. Here is Kyle Cook chasing the rear end of Sanchez still. 10 minutes left and 4 tenths to gain and then a move past the car. I think it's possible, but it's gonna be close. I think it is going to be very, very close here. Why is it saying that Milt's, you know, Milt's light jabs need to be held for review? YouTube, what are you doing? The only thing I've done is set the auto models to not allow racialism, and YouTube has decided to go, you know, oh, you're being a bit salty racist. We've got 9 minutes left. As you can see, your provisional standings at the minute for Platinum in the top 3, it's Jack, Borlin and Sanchez. Sanchez is under assault from Cook. For Silver is Barak, Langvin and Rains, and for Broughton, sorry, it's Long, Rowe and Fox. There's George Whitley. And in GT4, it's Mo, Whitley and Bongus. I'm just looking about the stats. And not much is happening at this current moment in time. Santos has headed into the pit lanes. I'm not sure what's happened with her car, but she did get a very good undercut earlier on in today's race, and it looks like we will be getting ready to crown Thomas Jack as the winner of today's race. However, 10 seconds separating himself from Borlin. Could make a mistake technically. But I think for Jack, this will put him up into 4th in the championship. I know Pierre Moreno is going to be diving down, so too will Ed Costello. I think it might be 4th in the championship for Thomas Jack, maybe 3rd. No, I think it is actually going to be no, we'll be 4th. Yeah, we'll be 4th for Thomas Jack in the standings if he comes through to take the win of today's race. I would throw up a little graph of championship standings, but I ain't got it, so unlucky. As we're getting ready now for the last 7 minutes of today's race. Okay, I have been insane in the membrane. Fam, I ain't even got any membrane to be insane in. Actually, no, I do. I've got a membrane keyboard. Whoa. Oh man, it's all fun and games, isn't it? So, 6 minutes left in today's race. We're almost towards the end of the race now. I want to ask you guys, actually, now that you've put up with me for almost an entire stream, how's the audio quality been? Has it been good? Has it been acceptable? Have I got the levels right? Or should I go and put my head in the fan? Or as a YouTuber that I really like watching says, at the end of all his videos, keep your dick in a voice. I love Abe. He's funny. He's great. He's great. Very Canadian engineering man who just gets very pissed off at everything. It's brilliant. Hey, audio's been a good boy. Hey, well happy. Well happy. I've decided that, you know, I'm going to switch to splitting stuff off into different audio channels so I can listen to music and sit here and vibe and keep my vibe going, which I think has helped quite a bit tonight. It's kept me very happy. And then I can also have this audio and up the bass just a little bit. Just a tiny bit I've done. Just a little bit. I've upped the bass just a tad because I think it sounds a lot better. Are we judging the equipment or the commentator? Both. Both. Judge both. Judge both, innit? Cool. There's a blue flag. That is Frederick Shoblam there. There's, I think, down the inside of anger again, maybe, for Andrews. Well, you're free to come and do better, Goals. You are free to come and do better. As we are getting ready, I think, to see this battle unfold between Cook and Sanchez in the final laps of today's race. This could be very, very close, actually. I think this battle might come down to a last lap skirmish. They have been head to tail for the race, really, for the entire race. Well, not really for the entire race, but this section of the race. There you go, that's the words I'm looking for. With 3.5, just over minutes left of today's race, so a couple of laps. I think we'll end on lap 34. Andrews is no longer racing. I had a disconnect. Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame. How was your race, Josh? How was it? How was your race? Go on, give me a few words. Give me a few lines. A few bars. Up until the disconnect, obviously, because the disconnect sucks. Tilde. I agree. That's a very good review of the race. Oh no, what's happened? It's a last lap safety car. Oh no, I'll tell a funny story because it's a very short one. We joked, a friend of mine runs a small tech company. We joked with him that, you know, his company's next move is to start up a competitor to Netflix. He'll call it Notflix. And we sat and we joked with him and we went, and he one day he said, I've made a page on my site that's, you know, my site / Notflix. Well, he had found out there was actually a musical called Notflix happening near him. So he just made a page on his website advertising it. So we got made to look like fucking mugs. We really did. It was brilliant. It was great. We were all sat there like, that was not the punchline to this joke we were expecting, but you've done well. Well done. You've made us look like idiots. I am so very proud of you. My hands are really smooth. Just random fact. I've been sat here, you know, just idly running my hands in circles on my knees, and they're very smooth now. I think the hairs on my legs have actually, you know, worked as sandpaper. Which, fun fact, I guess. Oh, I haven't massaged bald spots into my legs, have I? That'd be annoying. Because I think we're going to be ending on lap 34. I think it all depends on where the race leader is, but the move will have to be made soon. Also, really appreciate Cook's livery. Yeah, the waifu hunter's livery. We'll have to see. It's going to be close. One thing I will say is I'm the driver of the day vote. The voting is very close. In fact, Cook still very much up the rear of this McLaren. Camera set 2 here is a lot better on the circuit than camera set 1, so we just stuck with it. But as you can see, he is looking 30 seconds after today's race. If he doesn't get the move here, I'll quickly see where our race leader is. Now, I think it is going to be one more lap. Let's have a look. Yep, it'll be lap 34 we'll be ending on, so they'll get one more lap on. Let's get one more lap after the race today to impress and to get this move done for third place in the Platinum class. In today's race, which would be a very good points boost for him. I think, if I'm doing my maths right, that will keep him in second place in the championship if he gets that move, as I believe, yes, if Langvin stays here, Langvin will take, sorry, not Langvin, Sanchez, sorry. If Sanchez stays in this position and holds Cook up for the final lap, will move into the lead of the Platinum class. However, if Cook makes the move, Cook will run into the lead of the Platinum class. But it will be 2 points gap between the two, depending on who comes ahead of who. As Rowe comes across the line to take second place in the bronze class. Thomas Jack has come through to take the win, which I sadly missed. Sorry, Tom. Thomas Jack, though, come through to take the win. Ball in second for the Platinum class. Barrack comes through to take the win of the silver class. Toby Long, I think, will come through to take the win of bronze. Mo will come through to take the win of GT4. Sanchez has widened that gap out very nicely to Carl Cook. I think Sanchez will hold the lead here. Well, the lead of this train as Ian Arnold decides to test the rally credentials of that Porsche GT4 car. As across the line, across the final corners now, two cars are sort of everywhere at this current minute in time. As I think that will be the battle well and truly over. It was a very good battle. Very big congratulations for Sanchez in that battle. Cook comes through to take fourth place in class. Sanchez, very good defending from him. Very good attacking of Langvin as well early in the race. Very good driving from a lot of drivers out here in today's race. Cook. Oh, there goes Barrack. So it's time for your provisional standings. As remember, post-race stewarding could mean that drivers get penalties for collisions if the drivers who were collided with think that they have been hard done by. For the Platinum class then, your full provisional race results. Thomas Jack comes through to take the win, followed by Ballin. Actually, there's a better way for me to do this. So in Platinum, coming through to take the win was Thomas Jack, followed by Ballin, Sanchez, Cook, Trainboy 2005. And that's all I can see there. For silver, coming through to take the victory was Ivan Barak, followed by Langvin, Reigns, Gottlieb, and Barnes. And in bronze, it was Long, Rowe, Fox, and Vangelwu. Now onto the GT4 results. Mo comes through to take the victory, followed by Whitley, Bongus, Alasius, Forza, Texeria, Arnold, Schoblem. And here are the cars that did not finish. Kovac, Saunders, Maudsley, Andrews, and Fiedlach. Schwartz are technically finished. Wow. What a race that was today. Now, we will do the thing that we always do. We'll grab a camera angle, which for this one can be this. And your drivers of the day. We're not done yet for GT3. Winning with 3 votes is Langvin, the number 135 car. Second place was Kyle Cook. And then coming through to win the GT4 driver of the day, it is Mo has come through to win the driver of the day. It is now time. Oh, God. Oh, I wanted blank. Ow. Fuck ass. Oh! So it's time for me to call my interviewers. So... Thomas, Jack. What do you mean random cars? Right, so I've called the drivers for interview at the end of today's race. I'm now going to jump into the commentary booth. We are going to start with Barak. Hello, Barak. So I think after the day, if my math is right, you move into the lead of the Silver Championship. One race left to go. It's going to be very close. Do you think you're going to be walking away with a trophy today? Well, I mean, if the... And Suzuka, I think, is the final race. Nissan, Suzuka, seems like a match made in heaven. And you, in the race, you sort of stormed off. Do you think you're going to end up in Platinum next season? Oh, man. Well, we never know what will happen. Obviously, I think it'll be down to your hot stint time. Do you think you're going to stick with the Nissan for the next season? It's done you well this season, to be fair. Ooh, well, we never know. Thank you for coming to talk to me. I've got to be quick because I've got to go have food. Congratulations on the win of Silver Class. I'll speak to you next time, mate. See you later. Sorry, that was Barak who came through to win the... Oh, fuck ass. Guess who forgot to turn the output device to the correct one? Okay, that was a small technical hiccup. I will now bring in Langvin. Hello, Langvin.
Hello.
You come through to take second in the Silver Class today, I think.
Yes, sir, that is correct.
But however, I'm bringing you in today to congratulate you. You have been voted the GT3 Driver of the Day for today's race.
Wow, that's exciting.
You, in your DM soon, you will be getting a very badly written on PNG that I will horribly compress of a trophy signaling your achievement here at Driver of the Day for GT3.
That's exciting. I'm going to blow it up and hang it across my wall in front of me so I just have that staring me in the face every time I get on.
Oh, even more compressed.
Yeah, I want to see every pixel. Yeah.
But I want to ask as well, there was one point in the race, I think it was at turn 2. It was against Sanchez, I think. Mm-hmm. That defense, were you sat there bricking yourself a little bit?
Pretty much every lap I had Sanchez behind me, I was bricking myself a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it was a matter of figuring out where I was faster and trying to keep that pace there. But I knew he had me in certain corners that McLaren is just mega under the brakes. So he had the pace. He fully deserves his position. But yeah, no, I mean, I was I was weighed down by what was in my pants.
And the next race, Suzuka. How do you feel?
Yes.
Gonna be good?
Honestly, hate the track. Love the racing. Oh. So I'm really looking forward to actually putting some serious time into practice and getting good. So.
Oh, and you're currently 6th in the championship. I don't think it's mathematically possible to take the win. However, I think it might be to finish, I think, 4th. What do you think? Do you think you can grab that 4th position?
You know what? I'm going to let consistency continue to be my friend and hope that luck shines on me in Suzuka.
Awesome. Thank you for coming and speaking to me then. You will get your picture of a very badly expanded and shrunk and pixelated trophy that I've done mouse drawing on to write, you know, driver of the day on soon. I hope you'll enjoy it. Congratulations on the driver
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Awesome. I will speak to you later, mate. Have a good one.
See ya, you too.
So that was Langbin, who's come through to be voted driver of the day for GT3. Now we'll bring in the Mr. Toby Long, who come through to win bronze class today. How was it?
Ever.
Wow. First time win.
Yeah. I'm
How
safe
was the race
in the moment.
Get to speak to me.
What an honour.
So, yeah, you've come through to win the bronze class. How was the race? Because I don't really think I saw much challenge to the win of that bronze class today.
It was a fairly smooth race from my point of view, to be honest. I think I always knew that quali was going to be important at this track, given there's not that many opportunities to overtake cleanly. So I did put a bit of practice in and managed to qualify first in class with, I think, 3 cars between the next bronze driver. So I knew I had a little bit of space, but then first few corners there were a few issues which I've normally got a bit of a reputation for either causing or at least getting caught up in, but I managed to steer clear of those, and that did it juggled the order up quite a bit actually, and just gave me a nice bit of space I found myself in, not really anybody around me, and I could just put some nice clean laps in and keep it smooth, and luckily I kept it on the grey stuff.
And I've just been looking as well. Even though this is your first win in the season, you are 3 points ahead of Santos, who I think had quite a bad race today, and I think that gap will extend. 1 race left. Do you think this title's yours?
Who knows? That's all I can say, because I think yeah, Santos has been pretty unlucky, I think, at Spa and then again today. So if everything's equal, it could be very, very tight. And I think on average, I've raced every race. Other people haven't raced every race, but on average, I haven't got the highest points per race than the others in the class. But I guess that's just how it falls. If you manage to finish them all and enter them all, then maybe you come out on top.
Well, you never know, and in 2 weeks' time, it will be the deciding day, won't it? Who knows?
Yep.
You might be back in here as the champion of the bronze class this season.
I'll try my best. I will try my best.
Awesome, thank you for coming and speaking to me, mate. I'll let you get on now. Congratulations on the class win.
Cheers, mate.
That was Toby Long, who come through to take the win of the bronze class. Now we'll get in... we'll get them both in, because they're both made. We'll get in A, and Mr. Ballin, and B, and Mr. Tom.
Hello.
Because you
you
two seem to be together a lot of the time, so I'll interview you guys together. Because you're normally quite funny together. So, Tom, you come through to take the win. Ballin, you come through to take second in class. How was the race for you two?
Other than the start of the first stint was a bit sketchy, because I shredded my rears behind the Bentley and ended up having to sort of keep the car alive until I pitted. But other than that, it was pretty chill.
Now, how about you, Ballin?
Yeah, for me it was pretty chill race. I haven't practiced the pit entry, so I lost on my pit stop. I lost like 4 seconds to P3 to Barrack, but otherwise it was like good, relaxing.
And I know you two race together in the endurance. Does that mean that, you know, when you get to the track, right? When you get to the track, I always want to ask this with people that race together. Are you two more competitive with each other, seeing as you race in the same team a lot with the enduros?
I mean, obviously we're competitive, yeah. Well, we're not like I'm fully by myself in these solo races. I'm not gonna. We're not working together, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like endurance. Then it's one thing like sprint races and solo races are another thing, but like we're still friends, so we're not driving dirty to each other if we're on the track, but we drive hard. Like if we're gonna have to fight, we're gonna have to fight, like on track.
We're very similar paced. It's always fun to race.
And Tom, this is a question for you, because I think I've worked out the math. I think, if my math is correct, which I failed math 4 times, so it's probably not, right? You should be 3rd in the Platinum standings.
Ooh, back to the podiums.
I believe you'll either be 3rd or 4th. I think you will actually be 4th. I think you'll be 1 point behind Moreno, who hasn't come today.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be very close to that top spot in the championship. Going into Suzuka, do you think you could take the title?
I don't know. I've never driven Suzuka in this game yet, so I'm going to have to figure it out as we go. We luckily have another league race on the same week in Suzuka too, so at least I'll have a sort of an idea after that.
What is it with everyone in Suzuka? That's the answer I've got when I've asked everyone about Suzuka, when I've never driven Suzuka before.
In complete honesty, the only track I did before this was the first race. All the other ones so far I've been sort of learn as they come along.
And I'll ask you as well, Ballin. You're currently sat in 8th in the championship with 8 points. You know, very good.
Stable.
I think if my math is right, you could jump to 6th in the championship. What do you think? Think it's possible?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really care too much because I have missed, I think, 2 races because I wasn't able to come.
More.
So yeah, more. I don't know. More. Yeah, okay. I've only driven 1 race, I think. So that's like
No,
I just
no, it is
like
2.
2 races.
Oh,
Yeah, Brands actually.
Oh, okay. No, Brands actually didn't drive.
Yeah, we haven't got points for
Imola, I
either.
didn't drive either. I drove Spa.
Yes.
Wait.
oh,
We're
did you
right.
resemble?
Yeah, so I mean this league is kind of like off for me. Like I can't really win, but I drive like for fun and try to get more speed and compete with the top guys. So it's always fun.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for coming and speaking to me, lads. Good luck on the next race, Tom. Who knows?
Thanks.
You could take the title.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Speak to you later, guys. Congratulations on the 1-2.
Thank you. See ya.
See you.
See you later. Wow, that was a double badum. They did the badum at the same time. Wow. And as we watch Train Boy's car, which I haven't got delivery for, flashing its lights in the pit lane, I'm going to say that thank you very much for watching. The final will be here in 2 weeks' time at Suzuka. Titles are on the line in, I think, all of the classes. Titles are on the line. Even in GT4. It's not going to be a race you'll want to miss. Until then, I've been Husky. From me and everyone at Racing Pals, thank you so much for watching this stream. The replay will be up immediately after I click that end stream button. Until then, until 2 weeks' time, thank you and good night.